A lot has happened in the past year. I don't regret anything, but looking back, there are a few things I would say to my past self. If only I could.
Number 1. An open mind.
Look at you watching an advice video. I'm sure you're the kind of person who already has a certain way of doing things. College, however, is different, sometimes delightfully and sometimes not. And fresh starts favor flexible frameworks. The best thing you can do is hit pause on your preconceived notions and have a completely open mind. Let things unfold in front of you. Observe how projects are tackled, how collaborations form, and how new ideas genuinely take shape. Only then should you attempt to make a system that works for you.
This is even more true if you're moving out to go to college.
Will it be a month of glorious chaos? Yeah, maybe. Except the system that emerges afterwards will actually work, which is more than what the hastily made Notion pages can say. If you try to do something from the first day, you'll just frustrate yourself.
Nearly everyone I've asked in my class agrees that the first semester was way harder than the second.
So, take your time. Everyone else is figuring it out as they go too. Speaking of everyone else, open mind also means being open to learning from other people. You're about to be surrounded by incredibly talented design students, and they'll be doing whatever it is incredibly talented design students do. Be careful not to lose your own design voice while trying to emulate others, but absolutely know when someone else has an interesting approach to offer. Their perspective could be exactly what you need.
Number 2. Craft your concept carefully.
The most important part of your work will be the core idea. Yeah, execution is vital, sloppy submissions don't succeed, but a flawlessly executed, boring idea is still, well, a boring project. It's like polishing a pebble when you could be pursuing a diamond. Also, uniqueness is more than appreciated in design school. That means your first 3 ideas are probably not the ones. It's not that they're bad, but they're the first things to pop into your head, meaning they're common, uninspired, and probably overdone. They are the standard solutions everyone else will stumble upon. You will haunt the earth trying to find a design professor who doesn't mark that down. You also need to challenge the idea a little bit. A good one can hold up to a bit of questioning. If this is messing with your idea, wouldn't you rather know now than after you've already done a lot of work for it?
Number 3. Make the messy middle.
Say you got your idea and now you want to start working on it. Not so fast. There are 2 crucial steps between idea and execution. Number 1 is trial.
This is where you do a rough sketch, mini model, layout plan, or something similar.
It's anything that allows you to dip your toes into an idea without fully committing to making it. There is no better test than taking your idea out for a quick spin. Now that you have something other than yapping to show for your idea, it's time for number 2, advice. See, many projects in design college are vaguely worded, and this is intentional. They want the students to explore. But that makes these projects very easy to misunderstand, and you need to make sure you're on the right path.
Preferably by asking your professors. They'll help you interpret it right, but most times I've also received amazing advice to make my project better. It's okay if they don't like it too. It's worth remembering that this is the human being with control over your grade, and they appreciate seeing the process behind the result.
It also does not hurt to let them think that you're a responsible, hardworking student. This is starting to sound like a lot of steps, so this is a good time to tell you that yes, not every assignment has to be your best work. As long as you're careful, it's probably fine not to take every assignment seriously. If you're going to do it though, these steps are time savers. It has never taken me more than a couple hours to do, but saved many days from the jaws of a design dead end.
Number 4. Beware of revenge procrastination. You've probably heard of revenge bedtime procrastination, but the idea applies far more universally. During the course assignments, there might not be a whole lot of time for doom scrolling, and your brain will rebel. You'll pick up your phone whenever you can. Once you do that, the brilliant people and bots behind the algorithm will keep you hooked to the screen for hours, maybe until midnight, at least. Just kidding. This is you taking revenge for not being able to do your own thing all day, and this revenge procrastination will take over everything that it can. There's 2 things you need to know. Number 1, the outside limit. You're less likely to procrastinate on college tasks because they have an outside limit. You know, deadlines, bad grades, that one professor who says he expected better from you in the most I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed kind of way. But what about other things in your life that don't have hard limits or immediate consequences? They are easy prey for doom scrolling.
Is the solution then to impose an outside limit on things you deem important? Well, I found a partner to work out with and now I'm way less likely to skip. So it works. But I don't want to do that for everything. Can't I just do things myself? Well, you'll find endless procrastination tips on the internet. Pick your band-aid. The only real solution to fixing this problem is number 2, make time for yourself. Yeah, sometimes just for entertainment too. What matters is the fact that it is intentional. Amidst the chaos, you will feel like a crazy person to sit down and watch an episode of some show, but it will give back multiples in time, mood, and focus. Here's how I see it. It's either 30 minutes of purposeful pause or hours of procrastination that make you feel out of control. Making time for yourself is also about remembering the basics. You already know this, but drink water, try to get enough sleep, go outside. All of these things take small efforts day by day but have huge payoffs in your general quality of life.
Number 5, room for recreation the right way.
How do I say it? So you need a hobby. If you're like most design students, design was your hobby. And it still is, but there's nothing wrong with admitting that pursuing it as a degree has changed something. The hobby space in your life is empty, and if you aren't careful, doom scrolling will fill it up. Technically, anything you enjoy will do the trick, but practically, it might be a good idea to have a hobby that is truly different from design. Creativity is not an endless resource, and you can only pour so much from that cup every day. If your hobby also makes demands from this cup of creativity, you're less likely to do it or enjoy it. Imagine a hobby like painting or crafts on a day when you're already creatively exhausted.
Now you might be wondering how I'm giving this advice when my biggest hobby is writing and content creation. You're right, that's why I'm not saying you shouldn't have creative hobbies at all. But you do need to treat them differently. Just like you set aside time in your day for hobbies, you will also need to set aside the required amount of creativity.
Not to mention, you're losing out on the benefit of doing different things. You could play an instrument, try out a sport, join a club, or something else. And if you're at university, chances are that there are many interesting options. If you had asked me before uni what I would be doing as a hobby, there's no chance I would have said rowing. But somehow I came across a boat club and asked to join, and they said yes. I'm still a massive beginner, but now I can move a boat on the water? If you get the chance to do something cool, grab it. Even if you feel out of your depth, it'll either be a good time or a good story.
Number 6, document the days.
This is something I only realized recently, but you need some way of looking back at things you've done.
Writing is the obvious way, but taking videos or voice notes would work too.
There's 2 main ways that this will help you. Number 1, your coursework. This is the obvious one, but it's invaluable to look deeply at your own creative process. Eventually, you will notice patterns, and there is a lot to be noticed. Notice how you work and what affects it.
Do you work better at night? Do you work better in the company of other people?
Observing yourself in hindsight is a quick way to gain more self-awareness, and this will help you work better in the future. Number 2 is more personal.
Document the day trips, days out with friends, and time spent enjoying yourself. You could even find a fun way to do it, like junk journaling using receipts from places you've been to, or making a photo album with new friends.
That's an interesting method, but seriously, just a little notebook with a little pencil or even the Notes app on your phone is infinitely better than nothing. Documenting these precious memories is the important thing here. To conclude, college is an exploration in self-expectations. Your documentation will remind you how far you've come and how much you've done. This is your journey, wobbly steps included, and it is shaping you in real time. Remember why you started, why you love this, and everything else will fall in place. You got this.